Okay? Now, the issue becomes whether or not you believe that these actions are premeditated. Let's put aside the fact that this is a self-defense case. And let me just talk to you real quick about this premeditation issue. If he was arming himself to defend himself, that's not premeditation. Okay? Look at his actions that morning. Not from me, not from him, but from his. A man calming down his wife. Does that sound like someone that wants to kill her? The only way she gets it downstairs is to lure him. Listen, these things are just popping on, coming together, time after time after time. What you need to understand is, as hard as this is, to take a person that posted a picture of his wife after he shoots her, puts it on Facebook, you have to acquit him. You know this, right? You have to do it. Jack the knife. I mean, listen,
ladies and gentlemen, you are the triers of fact, and you will make the decision. You will apply the facts to the law provided by the court. You may continue.
I'm going to implore you to use your common sense. And I know how hard it is. Okay? And here's the reality. Why did he post that picture? I have no idea. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because it's not a whodunit. It's not a whodunit. The issue becomes what happened in that kitchen at 7:33 and 35 seconds and 36 seconds. That's when the shooting began. That's what matters. The evidence is uncontroverted. Okay? Listen, I'm in a situation where I presented you her state of mind that morning. In text messages and in conjunction with how she felt, and it's obvious how she felt, in that kitchen, going up to re-engage Derek, luring Derek back downstairs with the sensor. What we've done with this image is we've let you know that she had it. That's a knife. Do with it what you will. But what else could it be based on the position of where it is? And listen, I had to tell you, remember, exhibit number 27. You realize look how deep that is. And look what side it's on. Look what side it's on. Use your common sense. You realize, can you go back? Go back a few seconds. Realize this. The ultimate situation, the ultimate determination has to be whether or not my client was justified in his use of force. That's the key here. That's the question. You can believe he is, counts 1 and count 2, or we would suggest, are acquittals. If you believe he was justified, if you believe she had that knife, like the video unequivocally shows, and if she had that knife a second or two before he shot her, guess what? It's an acquittal. For both counts, count 1 and 2, and then we'll get to the child neglect charge. Okay? Child neglect charge suggests that Isabel had to have had some sort of mental or physical damage as a result of being left alone for that time. She had no idea what was going on. Even at the Christie house when they interviewed her, she didn't know what was going on. She was in good health. She wasn't mentally damaged during the time that she was left alone. Not saying it was the right thing to do, but it's not illegal what it did. It was her mental and physical acuities were intact. She looked fine, she spoke fine, but she had no idea what was going on. She hadn't been injured mentally or physically. Now, obviously losing her mother is one thing. But he's being charged with leaving her alone for that period of time. And during that time, nothing bad happened. So what have we done? We've acquitted count 1, we've acquitted count 2, we've acquitted count 3. That's what's going on in this case. We picked you guys as a jury because we're asking you to use your common sense asking you to use your real-life applications, figure out what happened in this case. Use your experiences, okay? Use them, like, imagine if somebody wanted to hurt you in close quarters.
Objection. Sustained.
In this situation, someone wanted to hurt Derek in close quarters with a knife. She proceeded to tell her friend hours before how she wanted to hurt him, how she clearly was angry. And that anger is shown on the video. So then the million-dollar question is this. Go back. When you look at the video in its entirety, you'll see Derek backing up, backing up, backing up. You never see Jennifer trying to leave. Never. And let me tell you why that's important. Because the prosecution could be a video, a 30-second video of Derek and Jennifer by a window, by I guess one of the exits to their house. She hits him, and he leaves. And the defendant goes, what's going on? Well, she wanted to leave, and he ripped her shirt off. Jennifer, at that point, with one little elbow to the stomach, a little pop to the stomach, was able to leave in less than a second. Less than a second. Do we see anything indicative of her wanting to leave the kitchen ever, other than to go to get a sensor to lure Derek downstairs? This is a knife. He was in fear for his life. Right. Let's just review this one more time. You can see. This is the first time he's downstairs. There's clearly some activity based on the shadows. And that's Derek. As he leaves, does she leave? Does she call 911? Does she call her friend? Does she do anything? We don't know, but I'll tell you what. They could have asked to clarify whether or not she was armed in the interview. They said that was the one discrepancy. They chose not to do that. They chose not to ask a follow-up question so we could sit here and make a determination as to specifically what he said. Do we know whether or not she has that knife in her hand right now? No, we don't. But what we do know is when he comes back downstairs, which is at 7:33 in a closet, when he enters the kitchen, does he take out his gun and shoot her there? Right? Because you think if he wanted to kill her, he would turn around and open fire. Because she's in the kitchen. What does the kitchen have a ton of? Knives. Use your common sense. If you wanted to shoot her, when you turned around, he could have gone like this, and he could have emptied this clip inside of her. But he doesn't. Because that firearm was retrieved in reaction to Jennifer arming herself. Play it. And at 7:10, at 7:33 and 10 seconds, you see two people that are engaged, you can see with the shadows, in an argument, in a physical argument. And you see Derek. He's right there. He's not moving forward. Backward. Backward. The ultimate issue in this case is whether or not Jennifer found the That's it. Take away the discrepancies in the investigation, take away Dr. Wu being wrong, take away the fact that Michael Bobbitt said she was standing up. Standing up is consistent with our position. Okay? Standing up is consistent with what the physical evidence shows. Standing up is consistent with her getting that opening in the back. Dr. Bobbitt is correct, we believe. Dr. Emmerle incorrect, we believe. Derek Medina being an undefeated amateur boxer. Anybody who saw that video of him boxing, who knows anything about boxing, listen, tells you that's a tourist whim on a Royal Caribbean cruise. So then, you think, is he an undefeated boxer that shot his wife while he was counting? Absolutely not. This is a man that wasn't able to put together cognitive thought. Think about it. Telling a cop you're an undefeated boxer doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. The follow-up questions didn't happen because this is a person who doesn't do well with interacting with people. And that's evident by the fact that in South Miami, he told the truth. Nobody was questioning him, and he wasn't nervous. They're not really nice in the spot. That's what the video shows. That's what everything in this case, from the inception to the end, shows. You can't deny what's in that video. You can't deny what we show you at 7:33 and 34 seconds in the bottom right-hand corner. You can't deny what that is. That is a black, that is the back of the knife handle. It's the same shape, size, and if you look at it, if you think about it, the only way it can be coming at anybody, is if it's on the back end of the kitchen, coming forward. That's where Jennifer was. If she's got a knife in her hand, you know what you have to do. If she's got a knife in her hand, which she does, you have to put it there. You have to find a knife guilty. That's the only thing that you can do. Because the justifiable use of deadly force instruction is clear. And what she did, the position she put herself in there in, constitutes the justifiable use of deadly force. Give me 1 second, please. Judge, what do I have on time?
50.
A few things I want to talk about before I come to it, but I want you guys to take into consideration. The pre-interview that was done by Detective Grossman, that process, okay? The fact of not videotaping the pre-interview, what did he say? What did he tell us is the new policy now? They videotape everything now. You know why? So we know everything. We live in a digital age. We live in an age where this type of technology, I mean, kids have it. You know, you see it on the internet every day. You see it on the news every day. Something happens, someone will realize it. So what you need to do is realize this. There are certain things that are questioned in this case. I don't know what happened during that pre-interview with Detective Grossman. I don't know. I don't know if direct follow-up questions were asked. I don't know if there was issues that were not written in his report. I don't know. And here's the crazy thing. You don't know either. And you'll never know. You have to think about the most important aspect of this case. Okay? Did the prosecution and law enforcement in this case do what they needed to do in search of the truth or help sustain a conviction? Think about it. Let's think about who the defense listeners were. Our witnesses were Dr. Michael Biden, Dr. Van Teese. Those are our experts. Dr. Michael Biden clearly let you know how this, I mean, his pedigree, I can't even explain to you. How, I mean, he is at the zenith, he's at the top of the food chain when it comes to medical examining, without a doubt, with best in the United States, hands down. And he broke this case down for you, quick as can be. No, I'm not sure, no, that's possible, this is how this happened, point blank. So that's what we know. Benetiza, retired FBI agent, use of force expert, told us that gun can get expelled. You can empty the clip in 3 seconds, 3.1 seconds. Other than that, with Mr. Coleman from the United States Ground, our video guy, slowed the video down, showed you exactly what's going on in the video. Other than that, who do we list? Detective Lopez, Detective Luana, and Officer Everett. 3 law enforcement officers. We listed. For you to hear, make sure that you understood everything that was out there. That's what we did. Kelly Barron, Her friend, we presented. Listen, these are all collateral issues. These are things that you need to take into consideration. But at the end of the day, the most important factor in this case is what I've been sitting up here and preaching to you guys about for an hour and change. And that's what happened in that kitchen today. What's relevant to what happened in that kitchen today and that morning is what happened in our proceedings. I've thrown it out there for you. You've seen it. You know it. You can see it. You can taste it. Feel it. And it's unequivocally, uncontroversial. You know it. You know what you have to do in this case. You know it. You know there's a knife mask. You know that's what that is. It has to be. There's nothing else there. That's what it is. And if that's a knife in Jennifer Alfonso's hand, prosecution's case falls apart, and the only just verdict is there to be in a court. Think about it. What else could it be? What else could it be? No. There are a slew of photographs here that I'm going to ask you guys to take a look at. They're all about the kitchen. Okay? This one was one of my favorite. This one was the one in the kitchen with all the knives. Where, let me tell you, if Jennifer Alfonso had a knife in her hand, Derek shoots her close range, what could be on that knife? It's just something called a gunshot lesson. You heard the prosecution talking about stippling issue. That Jennifer Alfonso had stippling on her neck and just not getting it. Another thing that's prevalent when somebody fires someone from a close range is something called gunshot lesson. If they would have tested these knives for gunshot lesson, that may have helped us out. I mean, we don't need it, we can see it. They didn't do it. And why didn't they do it? Because it's easier to get the answer that you want than to get to the truth. And once again, this is the second drawer in the top left. If we're looking at, top back right, that's where they claim he disarmed Jennifer Alfonso without sustaining any injuries. Now, mind you, I think everyone can see what the video shows, and it's not a pleasant interaction in any portion where they're not sitting in the kitchen. They're fighting. They're fighting. And if you think that he disarmed her, was able to put that knife back there and somehow come back all the way around here, and this magical black thing appears and he shoots her, that's what you decide. Doesn't make sense. Violates common sense, law, physics, and basic common sense, but that's not for me to say. Here's two more pictures. Very similar. Number 28. Gives you a much better idea of how deep into the cabinet, the counter area that is. Use these. Number 28, number 102, and number 27. Look at those photographs, because once you figure that out spatially, the only thing you can do at this point is to make a determination of what created that black blob. And you have to figure out how, and I would implore you guys to go back there and visually recreate the scene. You know, 3.5 feet by 5.5 feet. Use this. Look at the knife. Look at the knife. Look at the handle. Look at the handle. screenshot, you're going to have access to all these screenshots in a piece of evidence, the one that's attempted to want to mine. But this is number 62 on the 152 images that it has, which shows the kitchen. And you see in the bottom left-hand corner, nothing. Image number 63 is the most important image in the case. That's it. It's a flash. Because as you see, in the next split second, fraction of a second, it's gone. You've heard all the evidence in this case. You've viewed every prospective position as a jury, I'm sure you will. You're going to sit down and you're going to talk about what makes sense, what you believe, what you don't believe, what you like and what you don't like. But I implore you, focus on this part of the case. Focus on what we presented to you. Focus on common sense. Focus on Jennifer's mood, Jennifer's actions, Jennifer's daughter's words. And then focus at 7 a.m., 33 minutes and 34 seconds. And when you do all those things, you're going to realize that the use of force that Derek used is justified. And when you realize that that's the case, when you realize that that is the position that you have to hold, you have to acquit Derek Medina. And that's what we're asking you to do. Not just to count 1, not just to count 2, but all 3 counts. Because the first 2 counts, if you believe he's acting in self-defense, self-defense applies to Isabel. With regards to what happened with Isabel, the prosecution has not shown any evidence that she suffered any physical or mental damage. Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad physically, nothing bad mentally. And that's evident by the fact that when they interviewed her, she still didn't know what was going on. I want to thank you guys for your time. I'm going to ask you guys to give this the attention it deserves. Go back there and do what you need to do. And I believe that the conclusion of your meeting is the only verdict you can come up with that comports with the evidence that's presented to you has to be not guilty on.
If you could please move the easels. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, one moment. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will be taking another 10-minute break. Please remember, do not come to any formed or fixed opinions. You have not heard everything yet. Please remember my other rules and orders as previously given. We will say at 4:35. Please be at Jose's secret hiding place. Thank you. Can you please remove that? Mr. Wasser, please. Please be seated, everybody. For the record, the State Defense, Mr. Medina, are present. I just want to place on the record that at the close of the defense's argument, Mr. Medina himself started saying, Your Honor, Your Honor. I made eye contact with him, but it's not appropriate for the court to have. Mr. Medina, you need to speak to your attorneys, please. Again, it's not that I don't hear what you have to say, but it's more appropriate for you to speak to your attorneys. What I will ask is that I gave the jurors a little bit more than 10 minutes. If we could all be back at 4:30 so that we can go through a final run of the jury instructions. Thank you. We'll be in recess.
All rise.
Here or there?
Right here.
Everything, yeah. Thank you. I have it right here. Yeah.